It's GetReel, the video blog for all your classic movie needs.
Something to please all tastes and age groups.
Holy mackerel!
Only on the YouTube channel Classic Flicks Mix Picks, where Woody strode. Well, one way or another, it's GetReel for July 15th.
Sodom and Gomorrah!
Well, not quite, but we're trying. So sorry to say we lost another old-timer. Actor L.Q. Jones passed away Saturday at the age of 94. He appeared in dozens of Western films and just about every Western TV show in his 50-plus year career. If you want to bid on some classic Hollywood memorabilia and you've got the scratch to cover it, or if you just want to look the merchandise over, check out the TCM Julien's auction site. You can find the link at classicflixmix.com. Bidding begins this weekend. Well, if you only watch one classic film this week, make it Where the Sidewalk Ends. If it's Tuesday, this must be TCM Star of the Month Dana Andrews, and this is one of his best. Of course, this movie has nothing to do with the end of the sidewalk. These film noir titles crack me up. You could call this movie Night in the City, Cry of the City, Clash by Night, The Narrow Margin, The Dark Corner, and they'd all fit just as much as they fit the movies they're attached to. Anyway, Where the Sidewalk Ends is a reunion of the group that struck gold with Laura in 1944, director Otto Preminger, Dana Andrews, and Gene Tierney. But Where the Sidewalk Ends is a whole other deal. Laura was a murder mystery played out in a Park Avenue setting, unusual for film noir. Where the Sidewalk Ends is a darker film in every way. Andrews plays Mark Dixon, a detective who enjoys dishing it out. He's a classic film noir protagonist, a troubled cop who's barely better than the thugs he's rousting. He's haunted by his father's legacy as a mobster, and there's more than justice behind his sadism.
You don't hate hoodlums, you like to beat them up. You get fun out of it.
So he tags one of these characters in self-defense, but the schlub hits his head and dies. Dixon is already on notice about his violent treatment of suspects, and he panics and goes into cover-up mode. The film takes place mostly at night. The mix of New York location shooting and some really creative use of process shots give the film a first-rate noir grit. Oh, one other thing. The opening theme may have sounded familiar. It's called Sentimental Rhapsody by motion picture composer Alfred Newman. It was originally written for the film Street Scene back in 1931. It's been featured in 7 other films. Climaxing in 1953 with Newman directing a full orchestra in the introduction to How to Marry a Millionaire. So check it out Tuesday evening at 8. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I recommended the movie The Clock on TCM. I aired my gripe about Ben Mankiewicz previously introducing the film with the incorrect statement that the clock in the title hung in Penn Station, where Judy Garland and Robert Walker first meet. To my amazement, that misinformation actually lives on the TCM website.
The clock in the title refers to the large timepiece that hangs in New York's Penn Station.
Sorry, Ben, but you're off by about a dozen blocks up 7th Avenue. Here's the correct answer.
Where'll I meet you? Under the clock at the Astor at 7. Where? Under the clock at the Astor at 7. What? Under the clock at the Astor at 7.
The Astor Hotel was at the heart of Times Square between 44th Street and 45th Street. Here's what it looked like in 1909. It was raised in 1967 to make room for this.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
You can find links to all venues mentioned. Just go to the website classicflixmix.com and click on the Where to Find the Flicks drop-down menu. Is it really 50 years? Well, I saw it on the internet, so it must be true. TCM and Fathom Events present Cabaret up on the big screen in theaters nationwide July 17th and 20th. There's plenty going on down at the Metrograph. In 2003, filmmaker Tom Anderson's documentary film Los Angeles Place Itself was released. It examined the symbiotic relationship between the city and the image of the city in movies. Now, the Independent Film Center down in the Village on 6th Avenue. What? Yeah, it used to be called the Waverly. Anyway, they've got a 2-week series of 24 films called Movie Town, Los Angeles Plays Itself and Other LA Visions. The series comprises iconic LA films, including this week, Chinatown and Sunset Boulevard. Starts today. And for you zombie fans, the Museum of the Moving Image in Astoria has a major exhibit called Living with the Walking Dead, which runs through the end of the year. The accompanying film series, Films of the Dead, Romero and Company, continues through the end of the month. Also, Devil in a Blue Dress is a really cool neo-noir set in post-war LA. Stars Denzel Washington. Oh, and I'm told that the Monty Python Fest at the County Theater is sold out, which is great. I'm glad to see they've got that kind of support. And get a chance to hear TCM writer Hannah Jack's insights into Double Indemnity, and then join in the conversation yourself on Zoom with the Deep Focus Seminar Series. Remember, you can find links to all venues mentioned. Just go to the website classicflixmix.com and click on the Where to Find the Flicks drop-down menu. Alright, so just a quick pitch. We need subscribers, so please, just hit that red button. Everybody good with that? Check out classicflixmix.com for info and links to the stuff we talked about for the past 10 minutes. Feel free to rant on Facebook, by email, or right on the website. We're back next Friday with a new GetReel, only on the YouTube channel Classic Flix Mix Picks.